At last. Welcome, Neo.
It's an honor to meet you.
No, the honor is mine. Please come. Sit. I imagine that right now you're feeling a little bit like Alice, Tumbling down the rabbit hole.
You could say that.
You're here because you know something. What you know, you can't explain, but you feel it. You have felt it your whole life, like a splinter in your mind driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Aftershock.
Do you want to know what it is? Aftershock is everywhere. It is all around us. It is the world that covers your eyes, blinding you from the truth. Unfortunately, you cannot be told what Aftershock is. You have to see it for yourself. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill and you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
Coming up on this week's episode of Aftershock.
Matthew teaches us about night terrors.
Clara has her friends try her cooking.
And Mia catches us up on all things sports.
What's up, Cypress Bay? And welcome to the first episode of Aftershock this year. I'm Nicole Borman.
And I'm Alex Land, and Aftershock starts now. The pandemic was hard on many people. For us, we had to adapt to virtual learning.
But for others, the impact was much more drastic.
Here's Kim with Jerson Mafra's story.
The art of craft making has never been simple. But 91-year-old Jerson Mafra makes it look easy. Between these four walls, all plastered with materials, Mafra has rediscovered an empire, one of beads, string, ribbons, and the timing couldn't have been more unique.
He came to visit as he usually did before COVID. And then with the COVID being in here, he had already done everything in the house. I was worried that he would be very upset and talking about going home every day.
He had listened to every CD, read every book, but it wasn't enough for the spark he had within his fingertips.
Olha, vou te contar, a coisa pior que tem é idoso parado. Foi quando a Andréa pensou de, pai, o senhor está parado aí, porque eu reclamava, o que eu vou fazer?
And that's how we came up with finding something for him to do.
Which is why it felt like such a miracle when he was able to turn his passion into something new.
Então agora eu faço a sandália, é encomenda. O pessoal encomenda, vê lá na reportagem que ela bota no Instagram. Aí ela, eu gostei dessa sandália, você faz uma pra mim? Aí eu faço, ela entrega lá. Amiga dela.
To many, his art may make for an unusual hobby, but to his family, they couldn't be more thankful.
It's wonderful to have him around, and I have to say that I am blessed. I feel blessed.
After all this time, Jerson finally found something he called his own in America. And trust me when I say, that's no small feat.
He's very proud of his art. He likes to show. Whenever I have a new friend coming, he shows the sandals, and then the friends, I want one too, and then he makes another one. So he's very happy with what he does.
Kimberly Blom, CBTV.
É esse aqui, ó.
Você usa?
We've all heard about climate change at least once, but scientists say it's beginning to seem worse than ever before. In its most basic form, climate change is the long-term shift in global or regional climate patterns that occurs rapidly and abnormally. But let's talk about the status quo of climate change, particularly how California is handling the rising dangers of this crisis. California is regarded as a coastal area, and the elephant in the room is the continuous wildfires that have prompted locals to flee.
Because of the fires and this historic heat wave, Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency to get help from the federal government to fight the fires.
Wildfires aren't the only implications of climate change. There are several, in fact. But another common one is rising sea levels, something we are in great danger of here in Florida.
Water coming out of Biscayne Bay up the storm sewers and onto the streets until it's about a foot deep. And that's not fresh water, that's salt water. There's no rain, there's not a cloud in the sky.
And so we ask, how much time do we have left? But the real question is, have we done our part? Alessia Levian, CBTV.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Clara, and today we're going to test my friends to see if they can tell the difference between Crumble's famous chocolate chip cookie and my version of it. They look pretty similar, but let's see if they taste that way too.
Okay.
Here, Bas, do you want a piece?
Here.
Where's it?
Can
Okay.
you eat it?
Yes?
Okay.
Is it okay if we make a mess?
Oh my god. No, this is
Okay.
falling everywhere. Wait, what do I do? Eat it? Okay.
Crunchy. Okay, do you want to try the other one? Here, Bianca. Bus? They both relatively taste the same.
Honestly, yeah. The first one kind of tastes like a graham cracker to me. I don't know if I'm just
Graham cracker?
yeah. I don't know if I'm just like insane, but that's what it tastes like.
The first one just had more crunchy on the crust. Crust?
Can I see my opinion?
Yes?
I like this one better. We can't see you!
The second one! The second one? The second one?
Yeah. I'm assuming the first one.
I guess you could say my baking skills need some improvement. Thanks for watching anyways. Clara DeLuca, CBTV.
Hey Alex, what's your favorite dessert?
I'm not gonna lie, I make a mean banana bread.
Really? I prefer something that's a little bit more sour.
Well, you're in luck. Here's Tyler with this week's Teen Cuisine.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Tyler Buxtell, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a lemon cake topped with a lemon curd.
First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees and spray down your pan with cooking oil. In a bowl, mix 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. In a larger bowl using an electric mixer, beat a stick of softened butter, 1 1/3 cups of sugar, and a tablespoon of lemon zest until light and fluffy. Add 3 eggs, beating between each egg, and then mix in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix in a cup of sour cream and the flour mixture alternatively, starting and ending with the flour. Pour into a baking pan and bake for about 40 minutes. While the cake is baking, prepare a saucepan over medium-low heat and add 1 cup of lemon juice, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 3 eggs. Mix these well, then stir in 6 tablespoons of butter cut up into pieces until fully melted. Continue stirring until the mixture becomes soft and thick, then chill for half an hour in the fridge before using. All that's left to do is chop, top, and serve.
Now you guys know how to make this tasty, tangy treat. Tyler Buxtell, CBTV.
All right, my dumbest conspiracy theory is that Donda's gonna drop.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
So one of my favorite conspiracy theories is that there a parallel universe and that there's other people living in those parallel universes. That The Simpsons predicted everything that's happened in our world today, such as the coronavirus happening.
My favorite conspiracy theory is probably that a world is a simulation.
The moon landing, because there's evidence on both sides that make a lot of sense, on why it may be fake or real.
My favorite conspiracy theory is that the world is flat because there's so much evidence behind it all over the internet.
What is the dumbest conspiracy theory you've ever heard?
Oh, the dumbest conspiracy theory is the world is flat.
They froze Walt Disney, and that they used Frozen as a cover-up to it.
People thinking that the Holocaust didn't exist.
The dumbest conspiracy theory is that the world is flat.
Okay, why do you think that?
Yeah.
Hey Nicole, are you excited for prom this year?
I'm honestly a little bit nervous because I cannot dance for my life.
Well, I have the place for you. Here's Sam with the inside scoop.
Many people take dance classes to unwind and loosen up, but here at Academy of Arts, it's more than just an after-school activity. It's a passion.
It's not just a job. It's part of who you are. To take that away from me, you would be taking a part of me away from me.
With 20 different dance and music classes, Academy of Arts is a place where one can hone their craft.
That's the way I run it in the studio, teach them the best that I can in all areas, from dance to teaching to choreography. It's something that you feel and something that drives you. And no matter what, even if somebody tears it down, that makes you stronger.
Oh, the joy. The joy I get in teaching is when I see the look on their face the first time they did their first pirouette. The first time they could balance an arabesque and just stay there and feel like they could just stand there and eat lunch.
Just 20 minutes away, Academy of Arts has become a home away from home for many.
Everyone's so nice and everyone's so welcoming, and you've been with them for so long. I've known most of those girls since I first came there. So it's we've gone on vacations together, we're like a little family, and it's really sweet.
After 28 years, Academy of Arts has gained a special place in the hearts of all who attend. I'm Samantha Perez, CBTV.
And that's the best part, I think, besides the dancing, seeing you guys growing up and being good kids. That's the best.
Screaming, crying, running around, fast heart beating, rapid breathing, all while you are asleep. These are signs that you are having a night terror. Sleep terrors are an arousal disorder, happening during non-REM sleep and occurring within the first 3 hours of the night. During a night terror, a person may open their eyes, but will most likely not respond to family or others trying to comfort them. This will only last for a short period of time. Eventually, the person will fall back into a deep, deep sleep, waking up the next morning. Speaking from experience, I used to wake up the next morning not recalling anything from the previous night. My parents would tell me that I had gotten up from bed, paced into their room, and screamed at the top of my lungs. These horrible experiences are usually caused by fever, stress, sleep deprivation, and very rarely, in my case, due to medication. 40% of kids suffer from night terrors. Some of these children will take this into their adulthood along with heavy stress and trauma. While only about 2% of adults experience night terrors, their long-term effects are much, much worse, and these include depression, anxiety, and bipolar disorder. There are many things a person can do to avoid night terrors, and that is getting a good amount of sleep. That being said, go to sleep early tonight. I'm Matthew Maycutt, CBTV.
Welcome back, everyone, to Cypress Bay! I know you guys have been home for the past year or so I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on how to ease back in. When coming back to school, it's good to carry little to nothing in your backpack, so it doesn't really weigh you down.
Plus, with less to carry, you could try beating the staircase speed run record of 4.3 seconds. Students love their technology, but it isn't always the most reliable. What? Return to the days of the old and use a good book for your knowledge needs. Remember to take a break sometimes, because, the work can get hard and irritating and stressful and tough, and you got grades breathing down your neck, and, I hope these tips were helpful and get you through this school year. Good luck, Cypress Bay!
Here's Mia with sports.
Hi guys, I'm Mia Batista, and with fall coming up, there's a lot of things to be excited for, like Thanksgiving, Halloween, pumpkin spice lattes, and football season. I updated you guys on everything you should know for the first game of the season. Hi again guys, let's get right into it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are hosting the Dallas Cowboys for the first NFL game of the season. Key players I'm going to tell you guys about include their two quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, which plays for the Dallas Cowboys, and Tom Brady, who plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know one of those names is a household name, but let's dive into Dak Prescott. He is technically ready to play, and you're probably asking yourself, aren't they all ready to play? Well, yeah, they are, but Dak had a pretty serious injury last season with dislocating his whole ankle. Tom Brady, he's always ready. This might be his last season playing before he retires. He did say that he owes it to the NFL to play until he's 45, and to my calculations, since he's 44, that means that this could be his last season playing. With Tampa Bay being the only NFL team in the league to host the Super Bowl and win that Super Bowl, this is a pretty significant game for them to win. Who knows what these Cowboys can pull off? You know what they say, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I'm Mia Batista, CBTV. Alright guys, since you're all caught up with the first game of the season, our next segment focuses on Simone Biles and why she flooded nation headlines with her Olympic decision.
Simone Biles is such a disappointment to our country for dropping out of the Olympics. She's a quitter, am I right? Now who said yes? Show me! Who wants to tell them about Simone Biles? Who said yes? Show me where you What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Alex Land, and today I'm gonna explain what happened to Simone Biles at the Olympics and why haters are invalid. After competing in Rio in 2016, Simone walked away with 4 gold medals and 1 bronze, and heading into Tokyo, she was expected to potentially better that medal count. In the qualification round, Biles, despite a couple of minor errors, qualified for every single event final. This hasn't happened in decades. Simone didn't do it in Rio, Gabby Douglas didn't do it in London, Nastia Liukin didn't do it in Beijing. All amazing all-around athletes couldn't do what Simone did now with errors. However, things began to go downhill. Simone Biles is still a human being, and with everyone expecting so much from her, the mental side of the gymnastics just wasn't there. What you see happen here is called the twisties. The twisties are the sudden inability for a gymnast to make the correct number of spins for any particular skill. They essentially get lost in the air. One Italian gymnast stated that if it happened to her, she believed she would be paralyzed for life. At this point, it became a matter of safety over a gold medal. Also, to be honest, in a sport that comes down to tenths of a point, when Simone landed that vault, she was almost 2 points under her qualification score. So the team probably wouldn't have won the gold medal anyway if she had stayed. Simone Biles didn't have to potentially risk her life to win a gold medal, especially after the glory she brought back in Rio. And next time you run out of breath going up the stairs, think about how valid your critiques on Simone Biles' athletic decisions actually are. Alex Land, CBTV.
That's it for this week's sports. Back to Alex and Nicole.
Hey Nicole, what's your favorite animal?
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love dinosaurs.
They're all extinct. Anyway, here's a student at the Bay who has a love for an animal that still exists.
In a school of almost 5,000 students, it could be hard to stand out. But this senior has found a way to fly above the rest.
Blue jay. So for as long as I can remember, I've been making the decision to always wear something with a bird on it. So every day I have some article of clothing on me, be it shirts, socks, pants, whatever, with a bird on it.
As a child, Oscar grew a love for his winged companions. This love spread into all aspects of his life, even giving him an excuse to create art. So when news of the Gulf oil spill of 2010 hit, he couldn't just sit around and do nothing.
The first big thing I did was during the oil spill in the Gulf, like I was seeing on the news like birds suffocating in oil, and I was really, really distraught. And I really wanted to know what could be done, and I ended up talking to a teacher. I ended up talking to someone who I knew could maybe help out. We did a school-wide rally to collect the Dawn dish soap that could be used to wash the oil off of the birds. And then we did a whole donation of all of those bottles of Dawn dish soap.
But this wasn't just a childish phase. Oscar continued to help out in any way he could well into his adolescence. Through this love for birds, he came in touch with the wildlife conservation Pelican Seabird Station.
They just do a lot of really amazing work saving wildlife, because there's veterinarians that volunteer their time there. They're really, really well equipped. Since I wasn't old enough to volunteer, I think the age was 16, and then I found out, hey, I can't volunteer, but I can donate money. So I put my design of mine on a pair of socks. I went to an event and I sold those socks, and I made a large donation with the money from the socks, and then people really liked that, so I did that another year.
And even when the world shut down, he continued to find ways to help.
More recently, I've started making many designs and putting them up on Redbubble. They print it and they take a cut of what it costs to print, but then what I get, I'm donating directly to Pelican Harbor.
Over the last 12 years, Oscar has donated over $15,000 to organizations in support of wildlife. He's found his calling and is fully committed.
So what I'd like to say to people who want to dream big but maybe don't want to, do the jump, or they don't believe in themselves, is it's a scary process, but honestly, if you're passionate about something and you just kind of keep trying, because at the end of the day, even if it's a small difference, you're still making a difference, and we want to make the world a better place.
Alex Duque, CBTV.
With the staggered return of the film industry, quite a few movies have been coming out recently, from the good to the not so good. Today, we'll be taking a look at some of August's top movies. Having caused a resurgence in the Looney Tunes fandom, Space Jam faced some harsh criticism. Some fans even took to the original and noted how even that movie doesn't live up to the nostalgia. Many criticisms revolve around the blatant cash-grabbing nature of the film and the continuous use of other Warner Bros. Assets for no reason.
It's your problem now, dum-dum!
Although it had a less than ideal reputation to surpass, The Suicide Squad released a great praise from audience and critics alike. James Gunn brought back the franchise full force in a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, but still manages to get a point across. Whether you loved or hated it, everyone can agree it was certainly better than Jared Leto's Joker.
Bird.
With the world's most handsome man as its poster boy, Free Guy was already bound to meet audience expectations. While the movie does make some commentary in the state of the game industry, it's still centered around being an enjoyable experience for all.
There he is, blue shirt guy.
Blue shirt. Yes.
We can all agree that there have been some pretty good movies recently, and that LeBron James is a bad father. Until next time, Rodrigo Souza, CBTV.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Nicole Borman, and I'm going to be asking you a few questions about the Bay.
What is your favorite club at Cypress Bay?
My favorite club, I think it's gotta be Drama Club.
CBTV. Correct answer!
Probably DECA.
I'm really interested in like business and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool.
What's something you're looking forward to this upcoming school year?
Probably just seeing my friends.
Seeing friends, because I didn't get to see people last year.
I'm definitely making new friends because I haven't been on campus. So like just meeting new people in general.
What is your favorite part about Cypress Bay?
The independence in the big campus.
The new building looks pretty cool actually. I actually kind of like the style and the look of it.
Well, you know, learning and having fun.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
That's all, folks. Are you excited about the pool on top of the 800s building?
I'm so excited.
I don't know what you're talking. This is a serious matter.
This is a serious matter. I'm bringing my bathing suit every single day.
Guys, I know it doesn't exist.
I don't know what you're talking about. It does exist.
I mean, yeah, it exists.
Thank you so much for your time.
I've never been. I've literally never been.
You gotta go.
Gotta go. I've never been. I've never been.
I'll take you. A trip to the spa. Days in my shape. The whole world according to Ma. Well, it looks like you guys are ready for your first year at the Bay. I'm Nicole Borman, CBTV. Well, that's all for this season's opening of Aftershock.
If you want to watch previous seasons, check out our YouTube at Cypress Bay CBTV and follow all of our social medias. I'm Alex Land.
And I'm Nicole Borman. Thanks for watching.